everybody stays in that area.
Of Brad Grasser, Jr. Jenkins will try again and get the run again. So a nice little start for Javon Jenkins.
In the corner. Oh, that's not Adams. That's DeCaria Daniel. Again, still working that dribble handoff offense. Now they're going to reset and maybe call something a little bit different as Carrollton now jumps into man-to-man. So a little bit of a strategic battle going on here early between the coaching staffs. Loveman in the corner with it, guarded by Edwards. Edwards going to move with her all the way to the elbow. Then a long three. That's going to be Trinisha Nene Adams. The ball misses the entire scoring apparatus and falls harmlessly out of bounds. So an errant shot for Rome is going to end up with Carrollton possession. Igosa Abasui going to bring the ball across half court, go to her right. Get the ball to Levitt. Now Levitt finds Edwards at the top at the free throw line, and Edwards' shot is no good, but she is fouled on the play by number 32, Riley Jenkins. Her team first of the game. Janae Edwards going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Misses the first one. Second shot is up and good. 4-0 lead early on for Carrollton. About 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. And there's another turnover. Carrollton, Flournoy finds Levitt. Levitt puts up the shot. It's short. Nice contest there by DeCaria Daniel. Rebound ends up in the hands of Rome. Rome up the floor with it to Loveman. Loveman working it around to number 4. That's Anaya Williams. Williams dribble handoff to... It goes to Adams and then Loveman and then back to Daniel. Back to Williams. And we got DeCaria Daniel in the mix now. A little screen action. Oh, there's a backdoor cut, and the ball is thrown away into the hands of Kanaja Daniel. Daniel going to go coast to coast with it. Layup's no good, but a foul. DeCaria Daniel, her first foul, team second. And that's going to send Kanaja Daniel to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. So Rome looking to be running a lot of man-to-man stuff against this Carrollton zone, and it hasn't worked well so far. You got a nice backdoor cut there. As Daniel's free throw goes in. Second one is also good. But with Daniel sitting in the middle of that zone, there's nowhere to bounce that basketball, even if she gets the defender's supposed to pass her off. Nice work, ball movement there by Rome. Loveman into it down on the baseline. She kicks it back out to Daniel. Daniel going to find, let's see, that's Adams with it, and now she's going to give it back to Anaya Williams, and Williams going to reset the offense. Riley Jenkins also got a palm on that ball, hand on that ball in that possession. Long three by Daniel is no good. Rebound by Abasui, but the pass is stolen away by Loveman, and Loveman's shot is blocked. And on the transition of possessions, line change and for the Wolves. Nene Adams picks up the foul. Her first, team third. We got a whole new set of folks or players in the game for Rome. I'll try to get them in here. To Emeka Nation, number 2. As the ball goes, dribble handoff from Levitt to Abasui, now to Flournoy. Flournoy puts down another 3. That's 2 for 2 for her behind the arc in this game, and Carrollton up to a 9-0 lead. That's number 10, Denia Primus, running it with the ball. Now up to head to Amberly Brown. Brown throws it ahead to 0, Carol Saunders. Saunders' shot is blocked by Janae Edwards. The Rome going to have it out of bounds. Also in the game, Justice Moore. And I believe that's all 5 folks. I got names out there, so everybody, grandma, grandpa, mom, and dad, don't have to be mad at me now because I missed their beautiful daughter's name. So here we go. Dribble handoff again, but again, Carrollton in this zone, so it's not going to do much good. We got a little bit of penetration. That's a walk, but it's not going to be called by the officials. Primus with the ball. Now she tries to go back door, and there's another ball's tapped around and finally stolen by Flournoy. She comes away with the possession on it. She gives it to Daniel. Daniel going to drive pull up at the left side of the free throw line, just inside the free throw line, and knock down a jumper. Nice work there, that mid-range game by Daniel. Rome does a pretty decent job breaking the press, going to work the ball into the corner. That's going to get trapped. Nope, nice pass out of the trap there by Amberly Brown. That's going to lead to a three-point attempt by number 2 to Emeka Nation, and she knocks it down. So Rome is on the board now after an 11-0 Carrollton run to start the game. Rome going to jump in their own little version of a press, but nicely done there by Carrollton to break it up. And then Flournoy goes all the way to the basket and lays it in. 8 points this quarter for Flournoy on 3 for 3 from the floor. Primus going to pull up, shoot a quick shot that's blocked by Edwards. Loose ball goes into the hands of Levitt. Levitt finds Daniel, and Daniel's she's going to throw it ahead, and then ahead again from Flournoy to Abasui. Abasui's mid-range jumper is good. Her first 2 of the night, and it's 15-3. Carrollton traps Brown in the corner. She gets out of it. Nice couple of diagonal passes there. Ends up in the hands of Primus. She almost throws it away, but she gets it back. Long 3 attempt by, I believe that was Justice Moore, is no good. Long rebound goes back to Moore, and Rome's going to reset the offense here with Emeka Nation at the point. Finds Amberly Brown on the left wing. Brown's going to drive left, work inside, now pull it back out to Moore. Moore's going to work the left side as well. Flip it to Amberly Brown. Brown's 3 is off the mark. Nice box out there by Janae Edwards. Ball goes out of bounds. Nene Adams back in the game. Rachel Herrera. And let's see, number 10, Marnasia Daniel, also in the game now for Carrollton, making their first appearances of the evening. Diagonal working it back and forth. Carrollton doing a good job working against the pressure. They get it across half court. Shamari Vaughn also in the game. Sorry, I missed that one. Vaughn going to take a 3, cold off the bench. Long rebound to Amberly Brown. Brown trying to going to bring it up the floor. Herrera chasing her. Finally gives it off to Nation. Nation going to run the point again. Carrollton in a little bit of man-to-man this time. We'll switch there from Daniel, on Daniel. On Moore by Daniel, excuse me. Rome trying to move the ball, trying to find somewhere to go. Amberly Brown with a spinning jumper from the elbow. The right elbow's no good. Rebound back to Rome. Nene Adams with the floater comes up way short, and oh my goodness, we're going to get a block call on that. I'm really not sure. Well, that's first appearance of the evening. Not much of a foul there, but referee decided to blow the whistle anyway. So Trinetia Nene Adams going to step up and knock down her first free throw. Amberly Brown was second free throw rattles off the rim and into the hands of Kanaja Daniel for Carrollton with the rebound. Daniel gets it back across half court. She's going to work, almost a carry there, and then almost stolen away by Adams. Samari Vaughn comes up with a loose ball, and she's trying to work out of some traffic. And a little bit too much on that outlet pass. So a turnover by Carrollton on the backcourt violation. And Rome basketball. So Nation with the basketball. Now she's going to give it to Amberly Brown. Now back to Nation, working against a little bit of a half-court trap here by Carrollton. Little run and jump action from the Lady Trojans. Long 3 by Justice Moore. She knocks it down. Carrollton again working against the press. Long pass up the floor to Kanaja Daniel. Daniel works through a couple of defenders. Floater no good. Rebound goes to Amberly Brown. Now back to Nation. Working against a little bit of half-court trap here by Carrollton. Little run and jump action from the Lady Trojans. Long 3 by Justice Moore. She knocks it down. Amberly Brown now back to Nation. Working against a little bit of half-court trap here by Carrollton. Little run and jump action from the Lady Trojans. Long 3 by Justice Moore. She knocks it down. And they get the ball with a chance to put one more on the board. Nope, they're going to say out of bounds off of Shamari Vaughn. So 8.9 left in the first quarter. Rome still looking with possession. Ball comes in to Amberly Brown. She walked with it again. And there goes Nation, kicks it out to Nene Adams. Adams with the three, no good. Amberly Brown with the rebound, but she can't get the shot back up. So a little bit of a sloppy ending to that game for Carrollton. But at the end of the quarter, the Lady Trojans lead the Rome Lady Wolves 15-7. I'll give you a little pregame recap here since we came on the broadcast a little bit late. Carrollton 13-8, 9-3 in Region 7-5A. It's going to put them in a tie for second place. Rome comes in at 15-5, 8-3 in the region, and in fourth place again in Region 7-5A. The last game between these two was a real barn burner up at Rome. Rome won 53-51 on what I've been told was like a half-court buzzer beater. So I expect a much so the beginning of this game was a little bit odd based on my research earlier that indicated, like I said, this was a real barn burner. So, but nonetheless, expecting a good game as Rome has kind of fought back and gotten back into this thing. And they trail by 8. They're going to get the ball to start the second quarter. And starting the second quarter, Carrollton's going to go with Vaughn and Kanaja Daniel, Marnasia Daniel, Rachel Herrera, and Damari Flournoy. And Rome is going to counter with Nation and Moore and Adams and Brown. And I believe Saunders all in there as well, number 0. Nice screen there by Nation. Driving kick from Brown, now back to Nation. Nation going to drive to the basket. Floater won't go. Rebound also spins out. And let's see. Flournoy had the ball, grabbed the rebound, got knocked away, and then got it back. The Flournoy with the ball. Carrollton up 8. Flournoy going to work to her left with a little dribble handoff to Vaughn. Vaughn going to flip it to the corner. And Kanaja Daniel. Daniel finds Herrera on the other side of the block. Can't get a shot to go. Marnasia Daniel picked up the loose ball. Her shot's no good. Rebound to Amberly Brown. Brown going to work the left side, and then the ball goes into the hands of Nation to reset the offense. Moore kicks it to the corner, and Amberly Brown. Oh, tried to dribble and kick, but the nice hands there by Shamari Vaughn to poke it out. Ball ends up in the hands of Kanaja Daniel. Daniel finds Vaughn seconds before she was called for a traveling violation. And now Flournoy going to attack the left elbow. Shot no good, but Rachel Herrera hustling around grabs the rebound. Flournoy going to reset the offense. She's going to work off a screen from Kanaja Daniel. Dribble handoff to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to find Herrera. Oh, backdoor cut. And once you start going backdoor, you can't stop. Otherwise, you put your teammate in that kind of position as Herrera throws the ball right to a Rome defender. That was to Emeka Nation with the steal there. Little give and go, work between Amberly Brown and Justice Moore, and Brown knocks it down for the first basket of the second quarter for either team. Carrollton had a little bit of trouble with the press, but they do get it across half court. Skip it all the way to the other side, and Herrera inside to Daniel. Back out to Vaughn. Vaughn with a long three off the mark. Rebound to Saunders. Adams with a deep three. Rims out. Rebound by Daniel, and there's a foul on. It's going to be on Carol Saunders.
Roll foul on number 0, Carol Saunders, her first, team fourth. Checking back in for the Trojans, Janae Edwards, Samantha Levitt, and Gusa Abasui.
Starters back in for Carrollton. Abasui, Levitt, and Janae Edwards to go along with Daniel and Flournoy, excuse me. Carrollton works the ball around. Flournoy and Kanaja Daniel. Daniel shot it blocked partially by a Rome defender. I believe that was Saunders. Ball swatted out into the hands of Levitt. Levitt going to attack the left side. Now kick it to Edwards in the short corner. Edwards can't handle it. Now she's going to find Abasui in the corner. Left corner three is no good. Had a little bit too long to think about it probably. And Anaya Williams, who's checked back in the game for Rome, is going to run the point this possession for Rome. More dribble handoff. Little flip there from Williams to Adams. Now the kick across to Justice Moore. Moore can't get a shot off. She's going to go back to Williams. Williams is going to find Dakiria Daniel for three. And that's going to, and that three is going to
30-second timeout. 30 seconds.
Trigger a 30-second timeout from the Rome coaches. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with you here on Southland Sports TV. All right, back here with you. Carrollton basketball. Quickly up the floor, beat the press. Abasui thought she could get a shot up, but the ball is tipped away. She gets it back, though, and swings it all the way across into the hands of Levitt. Levitt's elbow jumper won't go. Nice job of boxing out there by Rome, and Justice Moore ends up with the basketball. Ball goes into the corner to Adams. Adams going to dribble out of there and go back to carry Daniel. Daniel and Adams and Williams working a little three-man game on the right side of the basket of the floor for Rome. Now Adams going to take a wild shot but get bailed out by a foul from Damari Flournoy. No points from the free throw line for Rome on that trip. Carrollton controls the rebound and the basketball inside the, oh my goodness. Levitt caught the ball, was so wide open, she shuffled her feet. She didn't really know what to do with all that space there at the elbow area. It's a turnover for Carrollton. Carrollton's gone about 4 or 5 minutes of game time without a point here. In the end of the first half of the second quarter. As there's another three, this time from Anaya Williams. That's 4 on the game for Rome, and all of a sudden it's a 15-15 tie. Oh, almost a steal and then bounced off Abasui. Nice save there to get Kanaja Daniel the basketball. And she's going to drive the middle of the floor, then kick it out. And then they're going to reset with Flournoy. Over to Levitt on the left side into the wing with Daniel. Back to Abasui. Her three is no good. Rome with the ball and a chance to take the lead, and there's a foul. No shot. Foul on the floor. Flournoy, that one is on Flournoy, I guess, right that time. Her first, team fourth. Both teams with 14 fouls. Now, a pretty cleanly played first half to this point, about 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Rome works the ball around, and finds Justice Moore in the corner. She can't get a shot off. Ball gets skipped around to Adams. Adams works left. Now dribble handoff to Daniel. Back to Adams with a long three, no good. Flournoy wins the battle for the rebound. The ball goes out of bounds, dribbled last touched by Flournoy. So again, Carrollton's gone. We're looking at least 6 minutes, 8 minutes of game time here since they scored a point. Justice Moore with a three, no good. Long rebound, though, goes to Adams, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be Flournoy's second. Fortunately for her, we're very late in the quarter, so she's not going to sit for very long. But with 2 fouls, I imagine she's going to have to sit for at least a little while. Maybe not, though. Coaching staff is looking down. And now Marnasia Daniel going to come in and take the place of Flournoy, so she is going to sit probably the rest of the quarter here. And let's see if Daniel can provide a spark. Ball comes into Amberly Brown. Brown going to work against Daniel. Kicked it out for Loveman, who skips it across to Adams. Adams going to drive. Think about driving baseline, then pull it back out. Ball goes around the horn to Loveman, now back to Williams. Dribble handoff to Amberly Brown. To Loveman. To Williams for three. No good. Bad shot there. And they're going to get, I believe they're going to get Saunders with a push in the back. It's her second, team fifth. And here comes Riley Jenkins back in the game. Minute 37 and counting. Marnasia Daniel throws the ball away, back in the hands of Amberly Brown. Across half court, and Williams going to take the point. Loveman on the left wing, or the right wing with it, excuse me. Going to work to her left. Adams with a long three, no good. Nice box out there by Daniel. Daniel to Daniel. Going to go all the way. Nice job there. Kanaja Daniel with her, Carrollton's first bucket of the quarter. It comes with about a minute remaining in the half. But nice box out there by Marnasia Daniel, and the toss ahead to Kanaja for the layup. And then a nice hustle play there by Marnasia. Almost stole that one, but she did. She rolled out of bounds there before she get the ball to a teammate. So Rome with the ball, 46 seconds in counting. Nice. Oh, another backdoor attempt that's almost thrown away and then picked up by Rome. Adams with a wide open look for it and drills it. Wow. Nene Adams with a three to break the tie, or to give Rome a 1-point lead going in when the waning seconds of the quarter. Daniel quickly back down the floor with it. Can't get the floater to go, and Adams with the rebound. Up ahead to Nation. Nation's going to pull up and shoot a jump shot. No good, but Amberly Brown grabs the board and gets it back out to Nation. Nation's three-pointer is off the mark. No good. Ball rolls out of bounds. Nation tried a little flop there to try to get the foul call, but no luck there. And 9 seconds left. Carrollton going to work for one more shot. But instead, with 2 seconds left in the quarter, they're going to lose their first half, or their possession that would have started the second half on a jump ball when Daniel had the ball poked away from behind, but managed to tie up the Rome defender. Abasui with a three at the buzzer. Oh, my goodness, almost got it bounced off the side of the rim there. And that's going to do it for your first half, folks. Carrollton goes about 7 minutes of the second quarter, plus another 3 or 4 in the first quarter without scoring. Finally puts a layup in, but that's immediately followed by a three by Nene Adams to break the tie again. So as we go into the break, the Rome Wolves have come all the way back from an 11-0 deficit. As you see, Abasui's three falls just short at the buzzer. But again, Rome rallies from an 11-0 deficit in the first quarter to take an 18-17 lead into the locker room. Be back with you here in about 9.5 minutes or so on Southland Sports TV for the rest of this ladies' game and the boys' game to follow. So come on back with us. Get some good high school basketball action here on Tuesday night in Carrollton, Georgia. Again, your halftime score is Rome 18, Carrollton 17. You're watching and listening on Southland Sports TV. Back here with you, Carrollton High School, Carrollton, Georgia, on a lovely Tuesday evening, if not a bitterly cold Tuesday evening here in the West Georgia area. The teams are headed back out on the floor, taking care of some last-minute warm-ups, getting loose again and ready to roll for the second half. About a minute to go in the warm-up period. Had a little bit of played a game called Empty the Bleachers and try to fix the broken step here on the on one side of the bleachers here at Carrollton High School. Got everybody off the bleachers, got them up and down, did a little stretching exercise routine there, and unable to fix the step, but I'm sure they'll get on that once we get out of here this evening. But like I said, Carrollton started this game off on an 11-0 run, and then it got all the way up to 15-3, I believe, before Carrollton went on quite a cold streak that amassed about 8 to 10 minutes of game time. They didn't score points 16 and 17 until about a minute 5 remaining in the first half. So, and I mean, you know, Rome didn't do a whole lot more. I say a whole lot more. They scored 11 points, but only on 4 baskets. So 3 threes and a 2 there for Rome to take what was an 8-point deficit, turn into a 1-point lead as we start the second half. And, of course, Carrollton was going to have possession at the beginning of the quarter here, except a jump ball that occurred with about 2 seconds left in the first half, costing that possession. So Rome's going to start with the basketball. Their starting 5 are in the game now. That's going to be Anaya Williams, Allison Loveman, Nene Adams, Dakiria Daniel, and Riley Jenkins. Carrollton's going to counter with their starters: Savannah Levitt, Damari Flournoy, Agosa Abasui, Kanaja Daniel. As there's a shot from Dakiria Daniel of Rome that won't go. Rebound goes to Kanaja Daniel for Carrollton. And Carrollton run a little bit of a dribble handoff motion offense here. Flournoy strokes a 3, no good. Ball batted around and knocked out of bounds. And the last couple of starters there for Carrollton: Kanaja Daniel and Janae Edwards. Ball's going to come in to Abasui, almost stolen away there by Dakiria Daniel. Sorry about that, folks. We're getting a lot of traffic back here behind me as they try to work out the bleacher situation here. But anyway, Carrollton with the basketball. Abasui with a good look at a 3, long, and this time the rebound does go into the hands of Dakiria Daniel. She throws it away, trying to get the ball up the floor to Nene Adams. Errant pass leads to a turnover. Carrollton with the basketball again, still trailing 18-17. A minute gone here in the third quarter. Abasui refuses a screen from Edwards, and then Levitt's going to use that screen. Almost a moving screen there. Pretty close there by Edwards, but she does get away with it. Flournoy with the basketball. Nice crossover to her left. That's going to be a charge on Flournoy, and that's her third. Carrollton coaching staff elected to let Flournoy play on with 3 fouls here early in the third quarter. See how she reacts. See how her game is affected by those 3 fouls. Oh, nice play there by Edwards to steal that entry pass from Loveman to Dakiria Daniel. Now Flournoy with the basketball, going to bring the ball hurriedly across half court. Kanaja Daniel with it now, going to drive the baseline. Oh, nice dump off to Edwards, but an even better block by Dakiria Daniel. Adams picks up the loose ball. She's going to shoot a floater that's no good. And they're going to call the charge on Daniel for landing on, I believe that was Flournoy or Abasui. Daniel's second. Both teams with one team foul here in the third quarter. Abasui going to the basket hard, bounces off a couple of Rome defenders, and she's going to get a couple of free throws out of the whole thing. I believe we're going to get number 12.
Roll foul number 13, Allison Loveman.
13, excuse me, they got that corrected. So there is no 12 for Rome. Abasui knocks down the first free throw, tied this thing up at 18. Second free throw good as well. Carrollton takes a 19-18 lead here, just under 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. That was Loveman's first, Rome's second team foul of the quarter. Loveman into the corner and out of it to Jenkins, skipped across to Adams. Around the horn, back to Loveman in the left corner again. Looks inside to Daniel, can't find her, skips it to Jenkins. Jenkins going to find Adams. Adams going to launch a long three. It's partially blocked, but nice hustle there by Jenkins to pick the rebound up. And now we got a 3-second violation on Riley Jenkins. Jenkins grabbed the rebound, kicked it out, and then just stood around waiting for the shot to go back up. Flournoy all the way to the basket for a nice little finish there with the layup that gives her an even 10 on the evening. And Carrollton back to a 3-point lead. Daniel with the long three off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound into the hand of Edwards. Edwards gives it up to Flournoy and then Abasui. Levitt finds Edwards and then Kanaja Daniel cutting to the basket. Can't get the layup to go, but she's fouled by Adams, I believe.
Roll foul number 20, Nene Adams. Her third, team third. And the line shooting two is Kanaja Daniel.
It's going to be on Adams. It is her third. It's the team's third of the half. I'm going to send Kanaja Daniel to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Short on the first one. And shift change here for Rome as their second group comes in. That's going to be Nation and Moore and Primus and Saunders and Brown. Amberly Brown, Carol Saunders, Denia Primus, Justice Moore, and Taimika Nation.
This will be a 30-second timeout. 30 seconds.
We got a timeout on the floor. Quick timeout there as Carrollton's already back out on the floor. Rome gets themselves together. They're going to come out and take the ball out on the far end of the floor. Nation going to bring the ball across half court. Dribble handoff to Primus. Primus going to dribble handoff to Amberly Brown. And then back to Nation. Back to Primus, back into the corner, and then back to Brown. Almost taken away by Abasui. Now Brown's going to drive, and she's going to be fouled. Nope. My bad. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Trojans. Lady Trojans with the basketball now. Levitt up the floor to Daniel. Daniel skips it across to Abasui. Abasui steps around her defender, puts up a floater, no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Amberly Brown. She shovels it ahead to Justice Moore. Moore almost walked with it, then ran into Daniel. Got the ball back and into the hands of Nation. And everybody kind of settles in for the half-court possession. And there's a foul that's going to go on Daniel as she bumps Denia Primus. Your replay here is Nation goes to her left, the dribble handoff, and the bump with a hip there by Daniel. Draw the foul. Her second, Carrollton's second of the half. And Nation directing some traffic now for Rome. Little slip through the screen there for Justice Moore. Now, tried to slip one to the screener, but Edwards anticipated that action and picked it off. Daniel gets a little bump from premise and goes all the way to the basket. Shot no good. A little out of control there by Daniel. Looking for the foul probably, and just a little bit too strong on the shot. Nation goes all the way into the middle, finds Moore. Now back inside the Nation. She's going to dribble out to the perimeter and move the ball towards the middle of the floor. Leaves it for Amberly Brown, who leaves it for Moore. Moore now loses her dribble. And we got another timeout. 30-second timeout for Rome. And the coaching staff for Rome is not happy. There's a lot of standing around and waiting on something else to happen. As you get a look at the Carrollton coaching staff directing some traffic here, it's pink out night. So you see a lot of the girls with the pink socks and the shirts with the pink. Those are the breast cancer awareness ribbons around supposed to be the basketball rim. Coach decked out in his pink shirt. You'll see some folks in the stands and walking around. Like I said, pink out night, breast cancer awareness. Awesome thing a lot of the schools do to raise awareness and all that good stuff. Back here live. Now Premise with the basketball off the screen. Guarded by Flournoy. Flournoy got to be careful with those 3 fouls. I want to go reaching in and picking up a cheap fourth one. Long pass to Moore. Almost stepped out of bounds with it. Manages to save her possession for a moment. Then the ball's taken away by Daniel. Daniel up the floor with it. Ball's knocked away back into the hands of Daniel. Daniel finds Levitt, who finds Flournoy. Is trapped over on the right side, and she bounces smartly, I might add. Bounces the ball off the leg of a Rome defender. Carrollton basketball in front of their own bench. Sideline throwing opportunity here. They're going to go back into the backcourt to Flournoy. Shamari Vaughn in the game now. She sails one over the head of Levitt and into the Carrollton bench. That's the turnover for Carrollton. And Rome going to get the ball back. 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Rome trailing by 4. Brings the ball into the front court. Inside to Brown. She gets double teamed. Kicks it back out to Nation. Nation takes a dribble. Shoots about a 15-foot jumper from the side. No good. Rebound. Long rebound goes to Moore, though. Moore going to find Amberly Brown, who pulls up. Her three is no good. Carol Saunders with the rebound, no good. And finally, Carrollton and Kanaja Daniel pull the rebound down. Oh, nice pass ahead to Flournoy. Flournoy catch, 2 steps, and a shot. Nice defense to offense transition there for the Lady Trojans. They've got a 6-point lead. Nation's three is short. Another long pass. This time Flournoy to Daniel. Daniel gets the basket. Rome working inside. Amberly Brown gets a shot blocked, but Saunders right there to clean up the board and lay it in for her first 2 points of the night. Nice work there by Saunders. Ooh, dangerous pass that Flournoy gets a hold of. She drives, kicks. Vaughn in the corner for 3. It's no good, but the long rebound goes right into the hands of Daniel. Daniel, the shot won't go, but she's fouled. She's going to go to the line to shoot. You see Daniel here on the replay. Throws it ahead to Flournoy. Flournoy the catch, 2 steps in the layup. There's another angle. You see Daniel grab the rebound, a couple of dribbles, see their teammate break ahead. A nice catch and the athletic finish there from Flournoy. So a miss on the first free throw by Kanaja Daniel. Second free throw also rolls out. Physical battle there for the rebound, won by DeCaria Daniel. Guarded by Marnasia Daniel. Also have Kanaja Daniel in there, so we got a lot of Daniels. floating around here. Justice Moore with the three, bounces off the backside of the backboard, no good. Kanaja Daniel with the rebound, dribbling through some traffic, finds Marnage. Oh, nice touch pass from Daniel to Savannah Levitt for the lay-in. Nice work there. The ball barely touched Marnasia Daniels' hands. She directed it right to Savannah Levitt, wide open on the backside. Great offensive possession there for Carrollton. Rome looking to answer here. Dribble handoff to Saunders. Saunders doesn't want anything to do with it out there. She wants it in the post. Nation going to take a screen, sort of from DeCaria Daniel. Launch a long three, no good. Rebound Levitt. Levitt not going to be able to get the shot off before the buzzer. But a nice little flurry there by Carrollton to take an 8-point lead at the end of the third quarter. So Carrollton reversing course here from the second quarter. In the second quarter, it was Carrollton that only put up 2 points, and that allowed Rome to make a run and take the lead at the break. However, Carrollton comes back and scores 11 points in the quarter. 10 points in the quarter versus no, I was right the first time. It's 11. I can't do math. Sorry about that, folks. 11-point quarter there by Carrollton to count of the two. As you look again, the end of that nice play from Daniel to Flournoy there on the finish. So 11 points for Carrollton this quarter versus 2 for Rome. So Carrollton scores 2 in the second. Rome scores 2 in the third. And just like that, we've got an 8-point Carrollton lead as we go into the final frame here in the first game of our doubleheader here at Carrollton High School. Referees making sure all their referees got everything all together ready for this fourth quarter. And as just a little programming note here, next week going to have Noonan and East Coweta. I believe that's from Noonan High School. So be sure to check that out if you can't make it out to Noonan. Jump on to Southland Sports TV and check that one out. Should be another barn burner. Rome, Moore going to drive the baseline. No good. Shot comes up short. Rebound batted around into the hands of Flournoy and stolen away by DeCaria Daniel back in the hands of Justice Moore. Moore finds Nation. Nation with the dribble handoff. Moore going to shoot the floater. It's short. But we're going to get, I believe, Savannah Levitt going to get the foul, trying to box out Saunders. It's her first team. I'm going to say team third, I believe. Rome looking, try to get the ball in 4.5. There they do, but it goes into the hands of Kanaja Daniels. She's going to lead the break here. 2-on-2 with a trailer, and then she splits the double team. She splits the defenders and lays it in the basket. 2 points for Kanaja Daniel. That's going to put her in double figures for the evening. Little bump there for Nation. Shot won't go, but the foul on Abasui. And here comes Daniel, splits the double team with the right hand. Up and in. Nation rims out the first of 2 free throws. That foul was on Abasui. That's her second, team 4. So we're all even at 14 fouls apiece now. Second free throw's up and good for Nation. So Rome halfway to their third quarter point total. Pass ahead to Abasui. That's going to be a double dribble. I'm not really sure what happened there. I think she picked it up to pass it, then realized she didn't have where to pass it to, so she put it back out on the floor and double dribble with it. So turnover, going to get the ball back to Rome. Nation working right, dribble handoff to Moore. Moore working left, kicks it into the corner to Adams. Adams going to drive the left baseline and think better of it and dribble it back out. Finds Moore cutting across the middle. She ends up in the corner with it. Now Adams and DeCaria Daniel going to work a little 2-man game, and Daniel's going to take the ball to the basket and run over Marnasia Daniel. It's going to give to Carrie Daniel. You see again, Daniel leaves her feet, wild shot at the basket. And as we look at the replay, there's a turnover for Carrollton. Back in the hands of Rome. Moore loses the basketball, picked up by Kanaja Daniel. Finds Levitt. Levitt up ahead to Ivasui, and Carrollton going to reset the offense here. Flournoy way up top. Going to dribble down, get a screen sort of from Marnasia Daniel. Oh, nice play on there by the referee. Flournoy ran right into Daniel to carry Daniel for Rome. Now we're going to get Moore with a three. It won't go. Nice little bump there by Carol Saunders. Creates some space for the rebound. Justice Moore with the rebound and the stick back. Now you see the Moore cutting to the basket, catch and shoot little floater off the rebound by Saunders. And just a little note here. This the crew, camera crew tonight, all student led. So these guys and girls doing a great job getting you all these nice camera angles and replays and making sure yours truly can see the game. You see both coaching staff got a full timeout here, so both coaching staffs trying to impart some wisdom on their players here and kind of get some strategy together as we go through the last 5 minutes plus of this game. 7-point lead for Carrollton. A little bit sloppy start to this quarter for both teams. Levitt going to inbound the ball at the far end of the floor. Pass stolen away by Amberly Brown. Brown going to work. Now going to kick it out to Moore. Moore's three is long. Rebounded by Kanaja Daniel for Carrollton. And she's going to dribble around and out of some pressure and then back into some pressure. Now she finds the wrong jersey there as Tanasia Adams. Nene steals the basketball and then Moore walks with it and they're going to give it right back to Carrollton. So definitely a sloppy 2.5 minutes here to start the fourth quarter. But a couple of baskets, one for each team, plus a free throw for Rome. Daniel has the ball taken away from her by Rome. So Nation with it now. And Marnasia Daniel takes the ball away from Nation. She's going to go all the way to the basket, stick it up, and put it in. Put it on the rim, let it roll on in. Nice hustle play there by Marnasia Daniel to give Carrollton a little bit of a boost there. Amberly Brown, shot's no good, but the rebound by Saunders over Daniel. Her shot won't go, but the follow by by Adams is good. Here comes the steal by Marnasia Daniel. She pokes it away from Nation. Up quick with it, so Amberly Brown can't block it, gets the roll. As Marnasia Daniel takes a seat, gets some big congratulations from her teammates. I believe Flournoy is back in the game now. 4.5 minutes and counting left in the basketball game. Daniel shot fake, going to drive around Saunders, dump it down to Edwards. Edwards puts the ball in the basket. 2 more points for her, and a 9-point lead now for Carrollton. Nation works dribble handoff and now screen for Adams. Adams going to work to her left and give it to Brown. Brown working back to the right. Inside to Nation. Nation takes an off-balance jumper, no good, but Saunders with the rebound. Her shot won't go. Like it slipped out of her hand or got knocked out of her hand by a Carrollton defender. And now Florida going to push the ball ahead. Step around the charge attempt by Nation. And then draw the foul on Brown. The Euro step Ooh, a little bit of frustration there by Saunders at the end of that play, but Amberly Brown going to get whistled for the foul. Her first, team 7th, so Carrollton in the bonus from here on out. Flournoy missed that free throw. Knocks down the second one. We're going to get another timeout. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. A little bit of a breather. Let everybody catch their breath. We'll be right back here with you on Southland Sports TV in just a minute. Back at Carrollton High School as the warning horn sounds. Everybody's back on the floor now. Going to be Rome ball off that made free throw by Flournoy. Nation slowly up the floor with it. Crosses half court. Backs off, surveys the defense. Ball works back around to Nation. Looking inside. Now going to try to find Adams off a double screen. More dribble handoff. Ball ends up in the hands of Moore. Another floater for Moore that goes. He's found the touch on those floaters the last couple of trips down the floor for her. Ooh, almost a steal there. Flournoy grabs it quickly. Abasui up ahead, kicks it to Vaughn in the corner, and then back out to Flournoy. Rome trying to pick up the pressure a little bit. Now Kanaja Daniel going to drive baseline and get fouled. Foul's going to be on the floor. I believe it's going to be on Justice Moore. Ooh, they're going to give that one to Saunders. That's Saunders' third. And Kanaja Daniel going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. First 1-and-1 of the game for Carrollton. And Daniel knocks down the first one to get the bonus free throw.
Daniel checks in for the Wolves.
Vaughn and Abasui getting some direction on the defense, on the ensuing defensive possession. Daniel clanks that one off the back of the rim, no good, and ball in the hands of Rome. And up the floor we go. Nation working inside off a double team. Tries to throw it inside to Amberly Brown. Ball's knocked away by a Carrollton player. And then Nation and Daniel tie the ball up. Possession arrow favors Carrollton. Scramble on the floor for the basketball. Abasui and Nation. Nice hustle there by both players. Carrollton works the ball up the floor. Long pass up to Edwards. Edwards kicks it back out to Abasui. Abasui shoots no good, but a foul after the shot. Going to lead to two more free throws for Carrollton. First shot is up and good. Two for two from the line for Abasui there. 11-point lead now for Carrollton, 38-27. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Dribble handoff to Adams. Now to Daniel. Nation, but the ball's knocked away by Vaughn. Vaughn going to go to the basket, left side, lay it in. Shamari Vaughn with the pick and the basket, her first two of the night. And 13-point lead now for Carrollton. Nation Floater is no good, but she's going to be fouled. I believe that's going to be.
At the line, shooting 2 is
As Vaughn, anticipating the handoff, gets between the defender and the basketball. Ball goes up and in with the left hand for Vaughn.
Check in for the Trojans, number 1, Savannah Levitt.
Janae Edwards with the foul on this end. Her first. Nation knocks down the first free throw. Two for two from the line there. And a kick ball there by Brown. Nice work, nice defensive work there. As now we got a dead ball throw in from that coffin corner that is the bottom sideline throw in area. Not a lot of places for your offense to work. You got to work deep and not wide. Carrollton does a good job getting the ball in though to Flournoy. Flournoy going to let the traffic clear, and now she's going to give it over to Abasui in the corner. Long skip to Daniel. Oh, I thought she had a baseline drive there. I think. And there goes Moore, and I believe the foul party has just begun here for Rome. As Moore fouls Flournoy. Rome's over the 10 foul limit now, so it's going to be two free throws the rest of the way for Carrollton. And if they continue to make them at the clip they've been making them throughout the game, this is not going to get the deficit's not going to shrink a whole lot further. 2 for 2 for Flournoy. 13-point lead, 42-29 Carrollton. Adams with a long three, no good. Rebound Flournoy. Flournoy out to the right side with it. Now she's going to try to split a couple of defenders there. Thinks better of that choice and then dribbles it back outside. Abasui had Levitt wide open on the backside, but the ball's tipped away, but it ends up in the hands of Daniel. Daniel lays it in for 2 more points and a 15-point Carrollton lead now. Minute 20 remaining in the game. Adams with the three off the dribble handoff is no good. Flournoy with the basketball avoids one foul, and there's the give by so there's going to be to Emeka Nation. See Daniel with the right-handed move and the scoop shot around Brown, and then there's the easy give up of the foul there by Justice Moore. Excuse me, that's the Nation on that foul, not Moore. As you see, Loveman return to the game. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is up and good. Clock ticks down towards a minute remaining. 16-point lead. Brown. Pass stolen by Daniel. Daniel around one defender into the right corner. Now going to dribble back out. Now she's going to kick it out for Flournoy. That should just about do it. Rome's not going to foul anymore. Okay. I don't know about that. I think you just run the clock out at that point. But nonetheless, Loveman's second. Team, again, well past the 10 foul limit. Flournoy going to knock down the first shot. So the Carrollton coaching staff there on the sideline. Going to wrap up a region win here and move to 10-3 in the region schedule. Ooh, second free throw rims out, no good. Rome going to fall to 8-4. On almost another steal there by Carrollton. Cassie Covington into the game now. Tries to take a three, but it's swatted into the stands by Kanaja Daniel. Ball comes into Nation, way up the top of the offensive side of the floor. Daniel going to take a long three for Rome. Bounce a back iron, no good. Jenkins with it now. Flips it to Nation. Nation going to take a three, and she's fouled by Flournoy. Flournoy got caught a little bit, not paying a whole lot of attention there. Just had her hands on Nation, and Nation decided to launch a three. And Flournoy getting whistled for the foul. Janisha Shelley, number 35, has entered the game for Rome as Nation knocks down that free throw. Misses the second one. Knocks down the third. It's 2 for 3 on that trip. Carrollton still working against the pressure from Rome. Daniel splits a couple of defenders. Gives it up. Vaughn, easy layup for Shamari Vaughn. And that's going to be it. And your final score, Carrollton High School, the Carrollton Lady Trojans take the first half of this doubleheader, 48-31 over the Rome Lady Wolves. Again, that moves Carrollton to 14-8 on the season, 10-3 in the region. Rome drops to 15-6, 8-4 in the region. That's Region 7 5A. So that's going to wrap up the ladies' game. We'll be back with you here in just about 15 minutes or so with the boys' game. They're going to get out here and warm up real quick as the teams are going to gather here. Or at least Rome's going to gather for a little post-game prayer. We're going to check out some highlights of this first game of our girls, ladies, men's doubleheader here. See Daniel. Flournoy up and in with that one. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, back by 15 minutes with the boys' game here on Southland Sports TV. Come on back with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Carrollton High School, the nightcap, or the second game of our doubleheader. The boys' game between the Carrollton Trojans and the Rome Wolves. Carrollton coming in tonight, 15-6 on the season, 9-3 in the region. That's good for third place in Region 7 5A. Rome struggling this season, 3-15 on the year, 2-9 in the region. That's going to give them, it's good for 8th place in Region 7 5A. I did not get starting lineups from the scorers table for this game, so I'll call them out as the PA guy calls them out here. But you can see on the video here that team's running through their last little bit of warm-ups here. Last time these two teams played, pretty good size Carrollton blowout. I believe about 20 plus points at least. I want to say maybe 69-46, 69-43, something like that. But looking for hoping for another more competitive game this time. But we've seen Carrollton a little bit before here on Southland Sports TV. They're very talented. One interesting note, the Rome coaching staff rocking the throwback Hoosier-style Letterman sweaters and white dress shirts and bow ties. So it's a pretty classy look going on there for the Rome coaching staff. Got the black Letterman sweater with the red R on the left side. The red collar, red triple stripe there on the left arm, red pockets and lining. So nice work there by the coaching staff at Rome, showing out a little bit. Going with the you look good, you play good theory there. Rome in all black.
Coached by Terry Smith. Here are your starters. Number 5, Jay Wise.
Starters for Rome, number 5, Jay Wise. Number 10, Eric Holland Jr. 14, Justin Ingram. Number 24, Jalen Nelson. And number 25, Justin Smith. Those are your starters, 5, 10, 14, 24, and 25. Jay Wise, Eric Holland Jr., Justin Ingram, Jalen Nelson, and Justin Smith.
And now the starting lineups for your Carrollton Trojans.
And here comes the Carrollton Trojans.
Terrell Carmichael.
Number 2, Terrell Carmichael. Number 3, Jordan Harrison. 5, Melvin Edwards. Marcellus Lockett, number 15. Number 20, Nick Sessions. Of course, Coach Criswell in his 31st year here at Carrollton, making his retirement tour as it is. Going to finish up this year and then head off into that sweet educator's retirement. I'm sure he's going to keep busy doing something else, but 31 years on the sideline for Coach Criswell. Been really what you would call a pillar of the community here at Carrollton. So wish him the best in his retirement. Of course, his players going to try to send him out with the most successful season they can put together. Don Bray, as you heard, I believe is the kind of the coach in waiting there. Like I was saying, Coach Criswell trying to go out on a winning note. I believe the Trojans are ranked somewhere in the middle of the top 10, 5, 6, something like that in 5A in the state of Georgia. We get the tip, get ready for the tip here. Tip is won by Rome. Again, Rome in the all black, red letters, white piping. Oh, that's yellow, yellow piping. Trying to work it inside, nothing doing there. Back out to Eric Holland Jr. He's going to throw it back inside. That's going to be number 24, Jalen Nelson. Nelson's shot won't go, but the almost a follow-up slam there by Justin Smith does go. Didn't quite get enough on it to hammer it home, but did get the roll off the rim for a bucket and a 2-point lead here early in the game for Rome. Short jumper by Melvin Edwards, no good. Rome controls the rebound, and Jalen Nelson with the basketball. Jay Wise thought about a three, thought better of it, and then handed the ball off to Eric Holland Jr. Holland working up top against Marcellus Lockett. Ball goes back to Nelson. Nelson going to drive the middle of the lane. And we're going to get a travel, I believe. Couldn't see the referee in our camera angle, but I believe he was going to call a travel. Yep, a little bit better angle that time. And Nelson with the travel. So ball goes over to Carrollton. Lockett to Carmichael. Inside to Sessions. Back out to Lockett. Lockett going to drive the middle of the lane. Oh, try to no-look pass to Melvin Edwards. It didn't get there initially, but he was able to poke it back from a Rome player and lay it in. So Edwards with the first basket of the game for Carrollton. We're all knotted up at 2. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Nelson spins, shoots, scores. Nice work there by Nelson. Keeping his feet under him and putting up a nice, a little bit of a difficult shot there in the middle of the lane. Lockett launches from 3, no good. Rebounded by Sessions. Ooh, almost carried it there, but just find Jordan Harrison. No good, but Edwards with the 3. Melvin Edwards cleaning up the boards, grabs it, lays it back in. 2 more points, knotted up at 4. Lockett with a rebound off the missed shot. Now a steal by Rome up ahead to Wise. Wise goes up to dunk it. Lost control of it. No foul call. Now a little scramble for the basketball. Carmichael up to Lockett. Lockett fakes the shot, fakes the pass. And then puts it in the basket for 2 points. His first bucket of the night. Holland Jr. with it up top, tries to lob it into Justin Smith. Smith kicks it to number 14. That's Justin Ingram. Ingram finds Wise. Wise muscles his way in and gets a foul call. See a tip, the catch here by Edwards a couple of possessions ago. Almost another dunk. And then Lockett with the fake pass. Fake behind the back pass and the scoop shot layup to give Carrollton the 2-point lead. Foul was on Harrison, his first, team first. I believe it was first of the game for anybody. We play on about 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Nelson guarded by Harrison, going to work to his right. Tries to muscle his way in. Ball's tipped and in the hands of Justin Smith. Smith fakes one way, turns and fires to his right. No good. Rebound is caught by Nate Jones and handed off to Lockett. Nate Jones entering the game for the first time tonight. Ooh, tried to fire one into Edwards. Edwards fights for it, wins the battle for the loose ball. His shot is blocked, however, by Ingram. Ball goes out of bounds, going to stay with Carrollton. Ball comes into Sessions, shot fake, dribble in, another shot fake, spins around past the defender, can't get the shot to go, though, a little too much on it. And the ball into the hands of Rome, and Holland going to push it up the floor, give it to Wise, now to Smith. Smith's 3 is short. Wise grabs the rebound before it can hit him in the face. And now Nelson going to shoot a Reggie Miller-style kick-out 3. That's also no good. And Lockett up the floor with the basketball. Around to Nate Jones. Jones going to spot up for 3 and knock it down. That's his game. If he gets hot, he can hit them all around the perimeter. Ingram to Holland. Holland working the dribble, being guarded by Lockett. Now around the horn to Ingram on the left side. Going to fake a drive to the left. Now find Nelson off a double screen. Tries to find Smith cutting to the basket, but can't do it. Ball stolen away and then stolen back. That foul is going to go on Edwards. Find Nate Jones with the catch and shoot. Finds the bottom of the net. So Melvin Edwards commits the foul, his first. Oh, almost stolen the inbound there by Lockett. Nelson working way back up towards the timeline. Now running jump from Carrollton, almost gets a steal and gets it. Ball's worked around to Ingram. Ingram goes up, shot won't go, but the foul going to be committed by Cyrus McClure, his first, team third.
At the line, shooting 2 is Justin Ingram.
Ingram going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Look at the nice pass there, and then Cyrus McClure with the foul to prevent the easy basket. 1 out of 2 for the line from Ingram, so McClure's foul pays off for Carrollton, as Rome can only convert 1 of the 2 free throws. And Carrollton holds on to a 4-point lead. Nate Jones again in the corner, long. Rebound by Nelson. Nelson going to push it ahead. Oh, ball's tipped and in the hands of Holland Jr. Almost a disaster there for Rome. That's going to be a charge, or not, as Justin Smith goes barreling down the lane, runs into Lockett. Lockett ends up getting the whistle. So Smith going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, knocks down the first one. Smith goes 2 for 2 in his trip to the free throw line, and Rome's cut this deficit to 2. Lockett fires it inside to McClure. McClure can't do anything with it. Back out, swung around to Jones. Jones spots up for another 3 and drains that one. Ingram works to his left, pulls up a shot in the middle of the lane, no good. Rebound by Jones. Up the floor to Lockett. Almost loses it, gets it back. Flips it behind his head to McClure. McClure tries to kick it out to Edwards. Referee's going to say last touch by Carrollton. Carrollton players wanted as we look at the kick around to Nate Jones, and Jones finding his spot for his second 3 of the evening. Carrollton players wanted a tip ball out of bounds to keep the possession, but referees didn't agree with that assessment. So here we are, Rome basketball, minute 10 left in the quarter. Nelson finds, I don't have a number 3 on my roster, but okay. Oh, lob from Lockett to Edwards. Edwards gets up there and grabs it and stuffs it home. 2 more points for Melvin Edwards and an assist for Marcellus Lockett. Nelson with a turnaround jumper, the answer there. Not a bad one if you're Rome. Lockett driving kick. Nate Jones, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Lockett. Lockett goes up for the offensive putback. Here we go. Lockett running the break. Lob from half court. Beautiful catch and stuff there by Melvin Edwards. One more look at it from a little different angle. He sees him, throws it up there. Bang. Just how you draw it up. So Lockett going to go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. First one off the back iron, no good. Sessions and number 22, Amari Hall, going to come in the last 30 seconds of the quarter here. Lockett hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He's going to take a break. Get a little bit of an extra breather here as Carmichael comes back in the game. Long pass up the sideline. Errant pass. I'm going to say Carrollton basketball. So turnover there off the press. And Carrollton's going to get another possession here at the end of the quarter. Nate Jones, another three. Way off. This one didn't even hit the iron. And ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jaquan Nelson. Who's entered the game now for Rome. Nate Jones working against Jalen Nelson. Dribble handoff to Carmichael. Carmichael going to work to his right. Almost loses the basketball. Gets it back. Now to Amari Hall. Hall going to work off the screen from Sessions. Going to put up a jumper as the quarter comes to a close. Oh, my goodness. Nelson got one. Jaquan Nelson got a last-second shot off from the opposite end of the floor and just did barely miss one. Hit the front iron. No good. So at the end of the first quarter, Carrollton 15, Rome 9. Be back with you in just about 45 seconds here for the second quarter here on sorry about that, here on Southland Sports TV. Come on back with us. Back here with you live to start the second quarter. Carrollton basketball. Lockett going to work to his left. Hand it over to Carmichael. Carmichael's going to find a little space. Going to pull up right at the free throw line. And knock down a 15-foot jumper. 2 points for Terrell Carmichael. And an 8-point lead for Carrollton. Nelson working against the double team. Gets up the floor and finds number 3. I don't have number 3, but ball stolen away from Nelson. Up the floor to Edwards. Edwards reaches out and lays it in. Carrollton's turned up the pressure, and Rome has not handled it well to this point. And there's almost another turnover. And then he's opened up. 30-second timeout for Rome to kind of get see if they can get reorganized here and work against this Carrollton pressure. A sloppy start there. They got the turnover there right before the end of the quarter. And then a turnover on their first offensive possession. So, as again, we get a look at the sweet threads that the Rome coaching staff is rocking. The Letterman sweater and the bow tie, the white dress shirt. So let's see what, as Carrollton pulls back out of the press now that, for this possession at least anyway, here comes Harrison up to guard his man. Now Edwards going to put some pressure on the ball handler. Nelson going to split the double team, throw it inside to, let's see, that's Jaquan Nelson, number 23. Oh, that's Justin Smith, number 25, my bad. 3 by Nelson's no good. Rebound and stick back by Wise does go. His first basket of the game. 19-11 now, Carrollton over Rome. Edwards going to line up a long 3 and knock it down. That was almost NBA range. He just knocked it down like it was a 2-foot layup. Dribble handoff. Everybody backs off Edwards. Edwards says, okay, if you're going to give me that much space, I'll take it. And he does. He's going to get a break as McClure comes back in the game. Jamarius McDermott back in the game now. A little lob play that's nicely defended by Carrollton. Pretty bad pass. I wasn't going to get anywhere anyway, but Lockett does a good job getting a hand on it and picking it off. Carmichael's long three is no good, but Nick Sessions with the rebound and the stick back. It does go, and that's a 13-point lead now for Carrollton. That's going to be offense on Nelson as Harrison squares up, and Nelson leans in shoulder first and takes Harrison down. They're going to whistle that one on Jalen Nelson. It's his first, team second. Lockett working to his left. Gives it off to Carmichael. Carmichael going to come back left. One-handed pass to Lockett, and they're going to reset the offense here. Look a little out of sorts. Lockett going to direct some traffic. Going to work to his right against Smith. Up and under, no good. Sessions crashing the boards and sticks it back in. Nice job there by Sessions. Doing what a good post player does, being around the rim. Now there's a turnover. Lockett gets the ball back. A little too much sizzle on that one. Harrison going to be whistled for the foul on that quick change of pace there. Like I said, a little bit too much style on that pass by Lockett. He throws it right into the chest of a defender, creates a turnover there off of his turnover. So Rome going to have the basketball. Nelson with it in the backcourt. Nelson back with it. Now to Ingram. Jab step, back off. Going to get a screen from Smith. Ingram going to work back to his left. Jump stop. Going to know where to go with it. He's going to find Justin Smith. Smith's going to spin and fire and knock it down. Lockett works slowly into the front court. Now working to his right. Going to call something. Waves off one screener. Wants Sessions to come set the screen. Work the pick and roll. Around the screen. Flips it to Carmichael. Carmichael finds McClure inside one-on-one. I don't think he knew he was one-on-one with nobody else in the paint. He flips it back out, and Carrollton's going to reset the offense. Carmichael, dribbling around, not going anywhere with it. Finally hands it off to Lockett. Lockett going to direct some more traffic, wave everybody down, see if he can create some space to do something with it. He's going to go left, stop, pop, come up short, and the ball is going to bounce off the end line and out of bounds over to Rome. Ball comes into the corner. Back out of the corner, out the floor to that's Wise. Wise fires a pass to Smith. That's a little bit too much to handle. Smith throws it off of a Carrollton defender. And Jamarius McDermott going to come throw it in, trigger the inbound pass for Rome. Jalen Nelson catches it inside. His shot's blocked by Nick Sessions, and the rebound goes to Lockett. Lockett going to work back and forth, right to left. Now he's going to work left past Nelson. Gets to the free throw line and then slings one out of bounds. A couple of turnovers where the simple pass would have been plenty to get the job done, but Lockett trying to add a little bit of style to it and throws it just a little bit too hard. Nice work there by Sessions to stay straight up, but even better job there by Justin Smith to get the right-handed jump hook to go off the baseline. Nice look. Sessions finds McClure. McClure's turnaround jumper no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Ingram. And he's going to push the ball up the floor. Get to the lane. Scoop shot's no good, but Sessions bats the ball out, and it ends up in the hands of Wise. Now back to Ingram. Ingram working against Sessions. Beats Sessions to the middle and lays it in. Nice work there by Justin Ingram. Not really sure what happened there. Here we go, Justin Ingram working to his left. Shot fake, gets Sessions in the air, spins through him, and lays it in. Melvin Edwards back in the game, as well as for Carrollton. And Eric Holland Jr. is also back in the game for Rome. Carmichael going to trigger the inbound pass. We believe we had a foul. We did it with a foul on Nelson. That's Nelson's second. That's what happened down low to cause that stoppage in play. Team's third. A bad pass there by Lockett, trying to get Edwards on the high post. Couldn't do it. Ball goes out of bounds. Referee's going to say last touch by Carrollton. So it's going to be Rome basketball. High post is Smith. Smith going to dribble right to the side. Jump hook won't go this time. Sessions guilty of the foul on that one.
His first, team 7. At the line, shooting 2 is Justin Smith.
Carrollton's 7th foul. So for the last 2.5 minutes here of the first half, Rome going to be shooting the 1-and-1. Smith knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw is also up and good. Carmichael going to run the point for this possession for Carrollton, working against McDermott. He gives it off to Lockett. Lockett thinks about going to Edwards. Now he's going to get a screen from Sessions. Now he's going to stop. Now explode again to the basket. Gets all the way there. Shot won't go, but he's fouled. Again, the little hesitation move, and then the explosion, change of pace to the basket.
At the line, shooting 2 is Marcellus Lockett.
Wise call for that foul, his first. Lockett going to the line to shoot 2.
Jalen Nelson checks in for Rome.
Lockett knocks down the free throw. Gives Carrollton an 8-point lead. Nelson right back down the floor, shoots a 3, no good. Wise with the rebound, sticks to the first layup, second layup into that space between the rim and the backboard. Lockett comes away with the basketball for Carrollton and throws another errant pass off the padding underneath the basketball. I got lost there. Wow, nice play. Everybody from Carrollton standing around, and Eric Holland Jr., easily the smallest guy on the floor, comes flying through, grabs a rebound, and cuts the lead to 6. So Lockett's turnovers are going to start to become an issue if he doesn't get them under control here. Edwards all the way to the basket. 2 steps and a slam. Rome trailing by 8. Jalen Nelson, way out on the left side. Loses control and gets it back over to over to McDermott. McDermott going to work to his left and then fall down on his way to the basket. Slipped and fell, lost his footing. You're going to have the drive, the steps, and the slam there by Edwards. One more look at it as he goes around Nelson. And the big two-handed throwdown. A little flare on the finish there for Edwards. Last 45 seconds of the quarter and the half. Probably should have been a charge there on Lockett. Lockett finds Edwards with the behind-the-back pass. Edwards can't finish because he's fouled. So Wise is going to get the foul. We got a technical foul on Jalen Nelson.
At the line to shoot technical free throw is Marcellus Lockett.
So we got the foul on. Got the original foul on Wise. That would be his second. And then Nelson with a disagreement with the referee. Thought he got the charge. It's kind of hard to argue with him. Edwards knocks down the first free throw. Second one rims out. So Lockett going to come in and shoot his free throws for the infraction on the foul. Referees making sure they got everything administrated correctly. Lockett misses the first free throw. So 2 out of 4 possible points earned there by Carrollton. They're going to have the ball here, about 37 seconds left in the half. Finish that thought on Nelson. Nelson thought he had the charge, should have gotten the charge call, and I can't, like I said, it's hard to disagree with him. But as a player, you really don't have that much leeway to speak to the referees. And apparently he crossed that line, wherever that line was with the official, and the official got him stuck in with the technical. Lockett working way out on the right side. Now finds Nate Jones. And then back to Lockett. About 12 seconds left. They got to go now if they want to get a chance for the tip in if the shot doesn't go. We're going to flatten out, let Lockett work. Oh, nice look for Sessions. And Sessions can't handle the pass, can't finish the layup. And we're going to get a foul. Sessions unable to finish the play. And the foul is going to go on Melvin Edwards. That's his third. That's a killer there right at the end of the quarter. Not sure. Taking a risk there, played in with 2 late in the second quarter like that. But and it didn't work out that time as Edwards picks up his third foul right before the end of the quarter. Wise misses the free throw. And that's going to end the first half. And got a little sloppy there towards the end. But a nice half put together by the Trojans, and they take a 10-point lead into the locker room. They lead the Rome Wolves 31-21 in this Region 7 5A battle. Come on back with us, about 10 minutes for halftime. We'll be back with you for the second half here on Southland Sports TV. Back here live, Carrollton High School. Second half of our nightcap, the boys game. Earlier on, Carrollton girls defeated the Rome girls. And as we go into the third quarter, the boys game, the Carrollton Trojans lead the Rome Wolves 31-21. Carrollton paced by Melvin Edwards. 14 points for Edwards, but also 3 fouls. So that's something to keep an eye on as we move through this game. A couple of threes by Nate Jones. Marcellus Lockett chipping in 5 points and several assists. Nick Sessions with a couple of points. Justin Smith pacing Rome, 10 points in the first half. Ingram chipping in 3. Jalen Nelson with 4. Also 3 fouls for him. So again, Edwards and Nelson, their foul situation bears watching as we go through this second half of play. Ball comes into Nelson and guarded by Carmichael. Inside of Justin Smith, kicks it back out to Nelson. Holland Jr. Now gives it back to Nelson. Around to Ingram. Ingram starts to drive left and thinks better of it. Now going to go left again. Now going to beat Carmichael to the baseline and get a foul for his trouble. Carmichael's first, team first. And Rome with an out under opportunity here. Ball comes into Holland Jr., back to Nelson. Holland Jr. going to set the offense now, going to direct some traffic. Going to work to his left. Looking for a screen. Now we're going to find Nelson coming up the lane line there. And he's going to work to his right. Shot fake into Carmichael. Shot's going to go. And that's 2 fouls on Carmichael here in the third quarter. Nice work there to isolate Nelson against Carmichael, get him off his feet. Nelson uses the glass, knocks it down, knocks down the free throw to go with it. And just like that, it's a 7-point game, 31-24. Lockett kicks it into the corner. That was Harrison, no good on the 3. Rebound to Rome. Nelson finds Ingram in the corner. 3 goes, and it's a 4-point game, 31-27. Lockett off a Sessions screen, looks inside, finds Sessions. Move to his right, now find Carmichael. Carmichael going to take a couple of dribbles, create some space. His shot won't go. Edwards' tip-in won't go, and the rebound to Jay Wise. Wise going to line up a 3. It won't go. Harrison with the rebound. He finds Lockett. Lockett going to work it up the floor quickly. Going to attack to the left side now. Kick out to Edwards. That's Edwards going to launch a 3. No good. Rebound goes to Nelson. Up the floor to Smith. Handoff to Holland Jr. Ball to Nelson. Now going to get a screen from Smith. Going to try to dump it inside to Smith, but good hands there by Jordan Harrison. Knocked the ball away from Smith and out of bounds. Smith's going to pick up the basketball, Rome going to retain control of the basketball. Nelson going to trigger the inbounds pass. Ingram with another 3. He's heating up. To borrow an exclamation from the old NBA Jam basketball game, video game. Those of you too young to know about such things. Oh, nice move by Lockett, but he can't finish. Smith with the rebound. He's going to lead the break, and now he's going to back it off as the Trojan pursuit catches up with him. Wise going to dribble in, then kick it out to Ingram. Ingram, oh my goodness, tried to grab it, but he couldn't save it in bounds. Couldn't keep it in bounds. So it's going to go over to Carrollton on the turnover. Carmichael going to work from the right. Now he's going to give it to Harrison. Harrison going to chase by a trap to his left. Oh, nice spin move by Edwards. Good stick. Good strong take there by Edwards. Kind of stem the tide there, that Rome momentum, put a couple of points on the board for Carrollton. Wow, nice move there by Holland Jr. He just blew right by. I believe that was Lockett. And answered the Edwards layup with one of his own. So back to a 1-point lead for Carrollton. Sessions going to attack the middle of the floater. We'll go. Nice look there by Sessions. Ingram splits the double team. Going to step around. Oh, no, going to get a piece of Sessions. And the referee's going to whistle Sessions for the foul. It's his second and 3 fouls already as we see the entry pass, the drop step and the spin move by Edwards. And then Holland Jr. sees the lane, goes right by a couple of Carrollton defenders, puts the ball in the basket. Ingram misses the first free throw. Second one goes. Two-point lead now for Carrollton. Edwards with the ball. Ooh, nice little baby hook, but the shot comes up just short. Oh, nice look ahead to Smith. Smith steps around. Harrison, no whistle on the contact, and Smith ties the game. So all tied up at 35 here early in the third quarter. Then Edwards loses the handle on it into the hands of Nelson. Nelson going to go all the way to the basket and finish. Tough shot leaning to his left with the right hand. Lockett going to take it all the way to the basket and lay it in. Nice cut, nice give there by Harrison. Lockett lays it in. 2 points for Carrollton. Holland Jr. breaks the double team. Smith behind the back and line up a three. No good. Carmichael up the floor to Lockett. Lockett too much on it. Throws it away again. That's at least 4 turnovers where just an easier pass as we see the step through there by Smith mostly avoids contact, avoids the whistle anyway, and then there comes Jalen Nelson again leaning to his left, using the right hand to flip it in the basket, and then the give and go there by Harrison and Lockett. Nelson lines up a three, too long. Ball is battled for and won by Edwards. A lot of shoving and grabbing on that one as Carmichael goes to the basket, up and under and in. Nice effort there by Carmichael, getting underneath the rim and using the rim to shield the shot blockers. Now they're going to trap Nelson, but he gets out of it. Holland Jr. going to line up a three, and it goes. Holland Jr. giving Rome a 1-point lead here. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lockett going to step back and shoot his own three, and it won't go. But Sessions tip in. Nice work there by Nick Sessions. He tips in the rebound, puts Carrollton back ahead by 1. And then the shot and the foul as Nelson gets to the lane. Sessions with the foul. Nelson with the make and the opportunity for the three-point play. See Holland Jr. off the screen, gets a little space and knocks down the three. There's a little look back to make sure nobody's chasing him from behind and buries it. Nelson completes the three-point play, puts Rome up by 2. And he's going to check out and get a little bit of a rest. Looked like he was limping a little bit. Might have rolled an ankle or something on that foul. He caught a cramp in his calf or something like that. Lockett working against Wise. Go all the way to the basket. One hand, palm it, turn it over, and lay it in. Marcellus Lockett ties the game up again at 43. Long pass across the floor. McDermott to Holland Jr. Holland Jr.'s floater rims out. Edwards leaves the ball for Harrison. Harrison's layup won't go, but he's fouled on the play.
Wrong foul to Harris McDermott, his first team first at the line.
McDermott with the foul. You see Lockett go to the basket, show him the ball, and then take it away. And then you see the foul there. McDermott preventing the easy layup by Harrison, committing the foul there. Harrison knocks down the first free throw. Two for two for Harrison from the free throw stripe that time. Carrollton going to turn up the pressure again. And now they're just going to drop back into a regular man-to-man defense. Holland Jr. directing the traffic. Gonna work his left. Ooh, dangerous handoff there, but gets to McDermott. McDermott gets it up in the middle of the lane. No good. Like he tripped again. Lockett with the rebound. He's going to work to his right, now back to his left. Now, scoop shot no good, but Edwards' first follow is no good, but Edwards adds an offensive rebound and a putback to his stat line. Smith catches the ball at the elbow. Nothing there. Back to Nelson. Now he's going to step out and set a screen for Nelson. They're going to work a little pick and roll. Nelson going to fall away jumper short. Harrison with the rebound. Oh, nice pick there by Smith. Nice. Really smart there by Smith. Faked like he was going to go back down the floor, and then when Harrison tried to find Lockett, Smith stepped in between them, grabbed the ball, and laid it in. So Lockett working against Nelson now. Shakes him once, comes back, shakes him again, all the way to the basket and lays it in with the left hand. 15 seconds left in the quarter. McDermott gets the ball taken away from him. And then Lockett gets the ball across half court, lines up a three for Nate Jones. It's short. Long pass up ahead to McDermott. McDermott can't stick the ball back, but the follow goes. And they're going to count it for Jalen Nelson. Nice hustle there. As Lockett's shot wouldn't go. Smith with the rebound. Smartly throws it ahead to McDermott. You'll see here. There's the little step in by Smith to steal the ball back. Couple angles here. Whoop. Just take it right away from him and lay it in. And here at the end of the quarter, that's Lockett's lay-in. And then right there at the end of the quarter, McDermott's layup won't go, but Nelson right there with the follow. Carrollton left a little bit too much time on the clock there at the end of the quarter. Gave Rome a chance to send the ball back down the floor. Again, McDermott couldn't get his shot to go, but the follow by Nelson was good right before the buzzer. So a 2-point game. Again, a much better game than we saw up than the score indicated at Rome earlier this season. Rome may be struggling this year, but they're looking to play spoiler as we come down the back straightaway, as it were, here in region play. Looking for region seeding and all that good stuff. Crowd, the cheerleaders getting into it. Nice atmosphere here on a Tuesday night. Carrollton going to start with the basketball. Lockett working to his right. He's going to back it off, get some direction from Coach Criswell. Going to reset some things. McClure in the game to start the quarter, along with Jones. Oh, nice slip to Edwards. Oh, can't get the ball to go in, but McClure with the tip in will go. His first basket of the game. Nice offensive work there by Carrollton. Gives him stretches the lead back out to 4. Wise had a lane to the basket, chose not to use it. Might have seen Lockett down there lurking on the baseline. Nelson spins, fires, no good. Rebound by Edwards. He's going to push the ball up the floor. Finds McClure. McClure for 3 from the right corner. Buries it. Cyrus McClure. And that's going to lead to a timeout for Carrollton. As looks like they want to get the defense straight here. See Edwards finds McClure running the baseline. McClure spots up, knocks down the 3. That's 5 points for McClure this quarter, and that's going to stretch the Carrollton lead out to full 7 points. 54-47. A little over a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Like I said, it's gotten a little bit loud in here as the game has gotten a little bit tight here in the second half. Both fan bases getting into the atmosphere and really making their presence known. Nelson working against the double team. Gets it over to Holland. Now Holland to Ingram. Ingram's 3 is no good. Rebound by Carmichael. Oh, almost stepped on the baseline. Works his way out of a double team. They're going to try to trap the ball handler here with, nice pick and slam by Smith. Nice hands there by Justin Smith. Lockett back down the floor with it. Carrollton with a 5-point lead. Lockett will work to his left. Kick it out to Carmichael in the corner. Carmichael buries a 3. Gives him 7 on the night. And an 8-point lead now for Carrollton. Lob to Smith. Nice catch, but he can't finish it. Does save the possession, though. Ingram shot fake, step back. Nope, nothing going there. Wise going to go all the way to the basket. And a charge. Wise leading with that knee. Gets a big piece of Lockett as we see here the pick, the pilfer, and the put down for Justin Smith. And the charge there on the ensuing possession by Wise. Wise working against Lockett now. Lockett goes to his left, dump it off to McClure. McClure steps up and puts the ball in the basket. 7 points this quarter for him. 10-point lead for Carrollton. Look inside, Ingram. They're going to whistle him for the charge. A little bit of a good acting job there by Marcellus Lockett, but he sold it to the referee. That's the only guy that matters.
Justin Ingram is first. Team third.
Carmichael lobs it over to Lockett. Back to Carmichael. A little bit of a 1-2-2. Nice pick by Smith into the hands of Holland Jr. Up the floor to Wise. Wise thinks about his jumper. No go on that. Swings it back around to Nelson. Now Ingram. Ingram going to launch a 3. In and out. Wow, they had a couple of shots go halfway down and come back out like that. 4:45 remaining. 10-point lead for Carrollton with the basketball. Lockett going to drive to his left. Now come back to the right. And then back to the left. Shot no good. Rebound by McClure. His shot won't go. Rebound going to be Carrollton basketball. Last touch by Rome. We got an injured player on the floor. Yep. Jay Wise, the injured player, might have caught a cramp. Rolled an ankle, something like that. He was down for a minute. He's in a lot of pain, trying to work it out. but he's not going to be able to run it to work it off right now. Yep, definitely holding his ankle, top of his foot there. And number 3 checking in. I don't have a number 3 on my roster. It might have been a number change or something like that, but we don't have I don't have his name on my roster. Anyway, he checks in the game in place of Wise. Ooh, gives it the baseline drive to Lockett. Lockett lays it in, reverse layup. Nice work there by Lockett. Going left down the baseline, reverse layup for the 2. And Nelson working against the pressure, almost gives it up. Now does give it up. Nate Jones with a steal. And a recovery by Nelson on the block. Ingram back down on the other side of the baseline. Shot won't go. Edwards with the rebound. He's trapped almost immediately. Now works his way out of it. And he's going to be fouled. So blocked by Nelson there. Rebound by Smith. Take a little break here during the timeout. Be right back with you here on Southland Sports TV. Come back here to Carrollton High School again. You see that nice block there by Jalen Nelson on Nate Jones. Nelson definitely, he and Justin Smith carrying Rome, keeping them in this game up to this point. Now down 12, a little under 4 minutes to go in the game. Carrollton with the basketball, clock running. Lockett working the right side, up the floor to McClure. Back to Lockett, dangerous pass there. And another timeout by Carrollton.
Trojans, the 30-second timeout, 30 seconds.
I don't think Coach Crystal was really happy with how that press break worked. Sidelines generally not a place you want to be after that second pass, especially right once you immediately cross the half-court line. Definitely like good spots for a trap, and that's what kind of happened to McClure there. McClure got stuck. Made a dangerous pass that Lockett got back, but he was in even worse shape out farther back towards the half-court line and up against the sideline. So even though he was being guarded by Holland Jr., who's definitely does not match up with Lockett size-wise, still in a bad position there. Ball comes into Carmichael. Carmichael looking to avoid the double team, does so, and then Lockett slips, and the ball slips out of his hands. And the ball's going to go over to Rome. So a little bit of pressure there causes a couple of shaky passes, and the ball goes out of bounds. Rome benefits with the turnover. So they put some points on the board here, cut this thing back to single digits, or at least 10, with a 2-point basket. Rome working the ball around. Now the ball's tipped and stolen away by Carrollton. Carmichael ends up with it, passes it ahead to Jordan Harrison. Harrison going to line up a three, no good, but Edwards going to run down the rebound. Kicks it out to Carmichael. Carmichael going to attack the basket and then kick it out to Harrison, and Harrison going to kick it to Lockett, and Lockett's going to reset the offense. A nice possession there by Carrollton. A lot of movement, a lot of good ball movement. Now back to Harrison in the corner, going to fight out of the trap. Fight out of another trap. Now dribble out of a third trap. Now flip of a layup, no good. Edwards can't get a handle on it. His tip won't go, but he does manage to grab the rebound. And finally he's going to get a foul out of it and go to the free throw line. So Wise just back in the game off that injury break. Comes in and immediately gets a foul there. His 4th foul of the game. It's going to send Melvin Edwards to the free throw line. First free throw's up and good.
Cameron Keith checks in for Rome.
Two for two from the line on that trip for Edwards and a 14-point lead for Carrollton. Nelson splits the double team. Smith, the number 3 in the short corner jumper, no good. Edwards with the basketball. Ooh, almost got it stolen away, but into the hands of Lockett. Lockett splits the double team, finds Carmichael underneath. Carmichael goes up, gets a shot blocked by Ingram. Ingram throws it ahead to Nelson, and Harrison going to get stuck with the blocking foul with the block on that one, as Nelson got to the basket. You see Harrison moving a little bit, trying to sell it a little too much there, and Nelson's first shot goes down. Holland Jr. back in the game. Two for two for Nelson. Lead is 12 for Carrollton with 2 minutes remaining in the game. Trapped on the sideline, manages to get out of it as Edwards finds Sessions, and now I think Carrollton's going to start to put the brakes on this one a little bit. And there's the reach in by Nelson. That's going to be his 4th. And that's going to put Rome 1 team foul away from putting Carrollton in the bonus, which I think is where they want to be at this point. Nice look ahead. Lockett to Sessions. Sessions shot fake. Lets Smith go flying by and lays it in. That's going to give him 10 on the night. And a 14-point lead. Rome having a little trouble handling the ball. Smith finally gets a hold of it and gives it over to Holland Jr. Ball goes around the perimeter from Holland Jr. to Wise to Ingram, and that's oh my goodness. A little ticky-tack foul there. Edwards with 4 now. Yeah, I think Nelson and Carmichael having a little discussion about world politics. Maybe something to do with a little school assignment, something like that. Anyway, referees separate them. Nelson's 3 won't go. And the ball comes up the floor quickly for Carrollton. To Edwards and then to Lockett. Lockett going to back it out and wait for the foul. Now he's going to drop baseline, shoot it over to Sessions. Sessions going to lay it in, gives him a dozen for the evening. And a 16-point lead for Carrollton now. The clock runs with, oh my goodness, don't foul. The clock runs, well it was running. It's stopped now with a silly foul with 46 seconds left. And a 16-point lead for Carrollton. Ingram going to go to the line and shoot a couple. All right, so we've kind of had to clarify the foul there. The foul is on the floor. So here comes the line change here, the last little bit of the game here for Carrollton. You got Amari Hall back in the game. Number 24, Kobe Cato. Number 1, Nate Jones. And number 4 is not a name on my roster, so I have to get that. Sessions grabs the rebound. Ingram misses the first. Nolan Sorrell is going to take Sessions' spot. Sessions had a good game tonight. 12 points, several rebounds, good work in the post for Carrollton. 16-point lead, 42.5 seconds left. Long pass ahead to the Sorrells is tipped by Jalen Smith and out of bounds, so it's going to go over, being out under for Carrollton underneath their own basket. Hall going to trigger the ball into Nate Jones. Jones smartly backs up behind the half-court line to catch the ball. Ball stolen away by Rome into the hands of Ingram. Ingram going to bring it up the floor to the left side, going to attack the basket. Ooh, behind the back, step through, jump stop, and a layup. Nice footwork there by Ingram. 14-point lead now, 15 seconds left. Maury Hall going to give it to Jones. Jones going to light up a three. No good. Another rebound by Smith. Outlet pass is stolen away, and then another silly foul by Jay Wise. So here the move by Ingram, around the back to get by Hall. The jump, little hop, and then lay it in. So Nate Jones going to shoot a 1-and-1. First shot's no good, so no bonus free throw for Nate. 2.9 left. Rome going to run this thing out. Smith gets the ball up the floor, all the way to the basket. Shot won't go, and that's going to do it. Your final score from Carrollton High School. Carrollton 67, Rome 53. Carrollton moves to 16-6 on the year, 10-3 in the region. Rome falls to 3-16, 2-10 in the region. Again, catch Noonan and East Coweta from Noonan High School here on Southland Sports TV coming up very soon. And catch us again when we come back around here to the Central West Georgia area. Keep an eye out for that. And always, as always, be on the lookout as the region tournaments heat up. We'll have some of that coverage as well. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time here on Southland Sports TV.